Hey everybody, this is Lily from Wandering Lily, and this is kind of my first writing vlog, I guess, or YouTube video. And I was super inspired by a couple of pretty amazing writer ladies of YouTube, and I found this post called the NaNoWriMo Survival Kit Tag Questions, and I just thought, first of all, this is my first year participating in NaNoWriMo, and I've been a writer literally since I was probably, I don't know, maybe in 8th grade, and probably even before then. And so I just really felt this huge push and call to participate in NaNoWriMo this year. So I found this tag, uh, NaNoWriMo Survival Kit tag, if I said it right, originally on Bethany. I'm going to totally butcher her name, Bethany Atrazada. I hope I said it right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And then I traced it back to WriteHollyDavis. And then ultimately, I found it on the Write Mama. And so I just found so many similarities with myself as a writer and with my self, like where I am in writing with my family. And I found something in common with each of these ladies. And so I just thought, well, I think I'm probably in the right place. So I think it's probably a pretty forgiving community. And so even though like I'm not a YouTube star with millions of followers or whatever, I thought I might give this one a stab. Maybe for credibility's sake, or just maybe to look back in a year and see how far I've come. So without further ado, here we go. Question number 1 is, what are you working on for NaNoWriMo this year? So this is, again, like I said, it's my first year participating in NaNoWriMo, and I am working on a novel. So it's, I guess, it's going to fall somewhere between women's fiction, romance, maybe YA. I don't know exactly. It's like between genres, but I've really loved some romance, and I think it's going to be in every story I ever write. And I also think it has a solid core in women's fiction, but also it has a little bit of a young adult draw too. So it's a split perspective mother-daughter coming of age story. So it's told from two perspectives, mother and daughter. And so I think that's why it kind of falls into that women's fiction category, but also romance. And then also it does slide into young adult, because I feel like we can all learn a lot from innocence of youth. So it's sometimes good to just step back. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. As far as like the story goes, I probably won't talk in detail about it, but hopefully eventually, but not quite yet. I am really in the first draft phases of everything, so it's really special and new, and I'm kind of holding on to it while I can, because soon enough the world is either going to love it or hate it, and we'll tear it apart, I'm sure, in some way. Anyway, okay, question number 2 is, what apps do you use to help you write and stay motivated? So probably, a bunch of them, but Spotify is one I use a lot. I have a playlist, and I don't really know how to link it below, but if I figure that out, I will link it below. I do think I'm going to need to spring for the paid version of Spotify because these commercials are killing me. Second app I really like is Pinterest. Like another author who's done this tag, I love to create my world in pictures in Pinterest. So I like to find pictures of what I think my characters look like, and I love to like find visuals of things that I feel like I might have invented in my head, and just to make sure that it's actually realistic, and it actually helps me come back to it when I need to describe it or use it in a scene. I feel like it helps me just really like know there is this real thing, I am describing it, and it's not just this obscure thing in my head. Another one that I love is I love Google Drive. It's not sexy at all, but I love to be able to connect to Google Drive on my phone to, like if I have an idea, like when I'm out and about, or like I take a picture, I love that I can easily upload it to Google Drive and drop it into my folder for the story that I'm working on, because I keep a lot of my research and stuff there. I'm just learning Scrivener, so I still am doubling up on everything because through NaNoWriMo this year I just found Scrivener, and I know it's not an app that I use, but it is. I use it on my computer because technically maybe it's an app, but I do love it. I just am not completely comfortable with it yet enough to like discard my Google Drive. And then the other one that a lot of people have mentioned, I can't remember the name of it, but it was the one about the tree growing and like it helps you stay undistracted from your phone. So I think I want to try that one. I think they said that like you set a timer and then your tree grows, and if you pick your phone up, then your tree dies. And so anyway, I don't want to kill any trees, and so that sounds fun. Okay, question number 3 is, where do you like to write and what's your favorite writing spot? So where do I like to write? Okay, so we recently moved. We like now own a farm. So we moved from like suburban dwelling to like the country. And so my husband and I and our 3 girls moved to the country. And so before then, I didn't really have a space that was like my own. I had like a desk in a corner in all the apartments that we lived in or in our home. We had like an office / guest room / storage room / sewing room / project room. But I never really had a space that was my own. And when we bought this house, when I saw this room that I'm sitting in right now, I was just like, I want this space to be my space. And a lot of people say that they really need a place to shut the door, to shut the world away. And I don't need that. With 3 kids, I can't shut myself away. I need to be able to like hear if my house is burning down, or when my children has fallen down the stairs or something like that. So I feel like I need to still be connected. So like a room that is like outside of my house, like what a lot of people call it, like a she shed, or like a locked door in a basement, or an attic space to write. Although that, like, I probably dream of spaces like that where I could actually shut the door. I can't really do that in where I am in life right now. Like the most privacy I get is in the bathroom, and I still don't get, with a 10, 8, and 6-year-old, I still don't get that. So this space is my space and I love it. This is my writing room, and it does have a slash. It is our piano room also. All 3 of our girls take piano. But it is, 75% of the week, it is my space, and so I love it. And in preparation for NaNoWriMo this year, I kind of was given the green light to kind of outfit it like the way I wanted to. And so I love this space, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in my goals or like my rewards, but I have loved putting this space together. So in a couple of the other questions, I'll show you a little bit more of the room, but it's just a little formal living room space, and I love it. It's my happy place. Okay, question number 4 is, what are your writing space must-haves? So I think I just said we moved. And so before we lived in this house, I used to write at Panera Bread. And so my writing space must-haves were headphones. And I really loved, like there was a particular spot that I loved, so I had to get there early to get it. It was just this window spot. But anyway, being in this space, it's much different. So my writing space must-haves are not too like demanding, but I do have, I'll spin this around so you can actually see it. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But my writing space must-haves are, I love having personal things. I have, in my sibling group, I am one of four. And so my siblings have just been my cheerleaders the entire time of me as a writer. And I like to have them with me. And so, in some form or fashion. And so I have, let's see if I can spin you around here. This is so not professional and not YouTube. I'm sure fancy people would like dissolve. So, play some music. But this is these right here are kind of my must-haves for my writing space. And you can see this is like a little kind of I don't know if you call it a shadow box, but inside here, my youngest sister travels, and she just brings me trinkets back from everywhere. And these are like birds. They're like pelicans, and they like when you move, they kind of nod at you or they shake their head. And so oftentimes I'll like, what do you think, guys? And they'll, based on how the wind's blowing, they'll nod their heads like this. Or they'll shake their heads at me. They don't really, but like I just kind of think of them as like my people. So I have 3 siblings. There's 3 birds. So anyway, I love these little glass boxes. And like I said, they came from At Home, which is like a home decor store. I never heard of it before we moved here, and it's wonderful. And then this one is exactly the same. So I have 2 of them, and these are, I don't know if you can actually see this. These are like words of encouragement from my girls. And so like there's all kinds of fun little drawings in here. And they like they do little pictures for me and little like Jesus, others, you. There's little, pictures of them, and there's a little cutout of our whole family. So just little things like that. I honestly, when I got it, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this one. I knew I wanted to have something from like my girls. And so when they asked me about it, they were like, what is that for? And I was like, oh, well, I want to put stuff that makes me think of you. They kind of got together and drew little pictures. So that's what it ended up being. And at least that's it for now. I do, the other things that I love are candles. So I have friends that love to give candles, and that's kind of like a kitsch gift. Like you're like, oh, I'll just give them a candle, but I love candles that I get. And I have some amazing friends that like go to fancy stores and find really cool candles. And so I have this candle, and I got it from my friend Kirsten, and I think I got this from Kirsten. It says thankful on it. I don't know. I know YouTubers always do that. Ooh, it actually does work. So this one says thankful. I don't know if you see it backwards or not, but anyway, it says thankful. And it, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. So it's like, I don't know. It has some citrus in it. It's so good. And then my one that I've been working with today is this one. It's a peach Bellini. It really does work when you do that, y'all. This is not just a YouTube thing. I've always wondered why they did that. So anyway, it's a peach Bellini candle, which is really yummy. I don't even think I've ever had a real peach Bellini, but it smells wonderful. And then I've heard a lot of people say water. I absolutely must have water. I fill it up multiple times a day, and this is one of my favorites right now. Just because it has a big fat straw, so I can drink a lot of water at once. And then the other thing that I love, and this is sentimental, is it's empty and clean right now. But every morning I start with this. This is, if you can see it. Anyway, my husband made this for me. My little trick is not working. Oh, maybe it works a little better like that. So my husband made this for me last Christmas, I think. Maybe 2 Christmases ago, but it says, I turn tea into books. So I do not drink coffee. I love the way it smells, and I make a mean cup of coffee, but I don't actually drink it. And so, but I drink tea like a fiend. And so I love to drink tea out of this mug because he made it for me, and I don't know, I just love it. Um, and then the kind of tea that I love to put in this is this. So this is Trader Joe's chai tea latte mix. During this whole quarantine thing, they actually ran low on it. And so I got terrified that I was going to run out. And so I just ordered a case. And so now I have tons in my pantry. But if you've ever wondered and you have something that you love from Trader Joe's, you can actually order a case of it just for yourself. So if you've ever seen this, you've never seen this, and you like chai tea, definitely try it. It doesn't have the bite that Starbucks's chai tea has, although I like both. I just kind of have to be in the mood for Starbucks's. So this is Trader Joe's chai tea latte. And it's just a powder scoop tea. So those are kind of my must-haves for my writing space. Okay, question number 5 is, what are your, oh, well, I just covered this one. I didn't, okay. What are your favorite drinks and snacks to have when you're writing? Okay, so like I said before, Trader Joe's chai tea latte mix. And, oh, the other thing that I indulge in, oh, it's back here, I always hide it from myself, is I usually have a Coke a day. Because I don't drink coffee, I've always really loved Coke. So anyway, and then lots of water. And that actually gets me up and moving around, because then I have to get up and pee drinking all of this liquid. So it does get me moving and shaking. And then for snacks, I love salty sweet snacks, salty and sweet snacks. So it's some sort of mix of salty and sweet snacks. So like, I literally eat like a preschooler. I love goldfish crackers. I love Cheetos. So terrible. So usually I'll do like some sort of mix of like chocolate covered blueberries or chocolate covered cherries. Trader Joe's makes a dark chocolate covered ginger. So I love like to mix like a bowl of like salty little tiny crackers that are bite size and like some sort of chocolatey sweet something or other. So it's pretty simple. Or if I am not like wanting to get up, like if I'm not wanting to like have dirty hands or whatever, because I do kind of have a pet peeve about typing with yucky hands, I'll do like a cup of soup, and that's really good too. We've been kind of really into this bone broth soup, these bone broth soups that are from Kettle Fire. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're fantastic. So I'll just make myself a mug of soup also and drink that. So I do get full from that too. So, okay, question number 6 is, what is your favorite writing distraction? And my favorite writing distractions just walked in the room. They are, okay, there's one over here. I told you this is so not professional. There's Rue. Rue is 4. And Leah. She's going to pretend like she doesn't care, but she actually does. So Leah is our 6-year-old Leah. See, she's totally ignoring me right now, but we're paying attention to her or wanting her. She'd be all up in my chair. So yeah, those are 2 of them. My other distractions are my girls. They are 10, 8, and 6, and very needy. And let's see, what else? My husband. And okay, so it's not really my favorite distraction, but it's probably my most common distraction is like my chores that I have to get done. Laundry is a beast. I'm always doing some sort of laundry folding or something or other. So chores are really kind of the beast that gets me for the most part. So yeah, my girls, my kitty cats, my husband, laundry. My phone is really one. I'm kind of terrible at it. They said, what are your favorite apps for encouragement? And I should also probably list my most distractible apps. Facebook, TikTok. Oh my gosh. I don't even do TikTok videos, but I love to watch them, and I can just waste so much time on there. And then yeah, so chores, phone, girls, husband, cats. And then we have a almost 2-year-old German Shepherd. He's in our basement right now with my husband. But yeah, he's kind of a distraction too. Because he barks. It doesn't bark, he like rumbles at everything that drives by. So he's just letting the world know that he's here. So, okay, question number 7 is, what are your favorite ways to get back on track? And that's an excellent question. Music is definitely one of my biggest ways to get back on track, especially if I kind of lose the space of a character and I feel like I'm not like in their headspace anymore, or if I'm switching from perspectives. I actually have playlists specifically for my characters. So like if I'm writing from mother's perspective, I have like mature songs, like songs that I like resonate with maturity and that kind of thing. And then if I have if I'm writing from the teen daughter perspective, then I have like Avril Lavigne, like angry girl angst music also. Throw a little John Mayer or Ed Sheeran into either of them, and they can all fly. And then, oh goodness, the various generations of and adorations of Taylor Swift are always, I'm such a closet, like tween bop sort of teen country. I love it all. I know it's shameful, but I do. But whatever it takes. Okay, getting close to the end here. The other thing that helps me stay on track is the quiet. I do write from home, and writing later in the evening when I'm recording this right now, the quiet really kind of helps me focus. So although I love music once I'm in it, or to get myself geared in, I do love not necessarily quiet. When I say the quiet, I don't mean that there's no sound. I just love like my asleep house. I love being in my asleep house. I love being awake in my asleep house. Because then nobody needs me and I'm free to, like, there's no schedule. Okay, that's all. We'll probably could ramble for hours about that. All right, question number 8 is, where are you writing? Oh, what are your writing rewards and milestones? So I guess I don't have any milestones at this point except probably completing NaNoWriMo. My rewards are, I try to set myself little goals. Like if I finish revising this chapter, then, so I love audiobooks. And so if I finish revising a chapter, I will let myself download a new audiobook, because the way that I write is I generally write content, like fresh new content, in the morning, and then the afternoons are kind of like for a brain break, and like I get to like suck in new information, and then the evenings I generally will edit what I've written in the day, or sometimes I flip-flop those. Like I flip-flop writing new material versus editing new material in the morning versus the evening, depending on how I'm writing that day. But new material or editing new material is like morning and evening. And then like the time that I get to take a brain break and listen or read something is in the afternoon. It's kind of like your sleepy time. So I get to kind of listen. So I love to reward myself with new audiobooks. And so for NaNoWriMo, I talked to my husband about this. And so with my new writing space, I want a couch really badly. And so I have picked out a love seat that I absolutely love. And so I'm going to order, like I ordered that. And so that's kind of my reward for finishing NaNoWriMo. It's kind of extravagant, but I'm excited about it. So here's my buddy back here. This is where she is a lot of the time. So that is Ruru. There she is. So anyway, she's always up here beside me. Okay, I think this is the last question, and this is entirely too long. So, oh, and it's just tag any friends. Okay, so I don't have any writing friends. So if you happen to stumble upon this and you are a writer, I would love for you to respond. And if you want to, you can leave me your YouTube channel link or whatever your link post in the comments. And that's it. I have loved getting to know, I know this sounds creepy and stalkerish, but I have loved getting to know Bethany Atrazada. Atrazada? I hope I said that right. Through her writing YouTube channel, and I literally just stumbled onto Holly, WriteHollyDavis, and she's so encouraging. And then, goodness, the Write Mama. I love that. I love seeing other moms write because they truly understand the struggle of like balancing family and writing. And I just think that's such a needed thing when you're in the throes of like managing life and family and husband and all of the things that go along with that at the same time. So I don't have any writer friends that are currently writing that watch YouTube. So if you are a writer and you want to be my friend, or if you are a writer and are my friend and just I don't know that you're a writer, then please feel free to tag. But other than that, that's it. So I hope you guys have a great evening. I hope this was fun. This is really cool for me to do. And I just thank you guys for watching so far. Until next time, bon voyage.